Some have meat and canna eat, and some wad eat that want it. But we have meat, and we can eat. Sir, let the Lord be thanked.
No!
Now, your brow is belled, John. Your locks are like the snaw. But blessings on your frosty pow, John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe, John, we climb the hill together, and mony a canty day, John, we've had, we ain't anither. Now we maun totter down, John, and hand in hand we'll go and sleep together at the foot, John Anderson, my Joe.
I've been in the haggis
There for the honest sonsy face, great chieftain of the Puddin race. Aboon ye all ye tak your place, paint, stripe, and tarm, and well worthy are ye of a grace, as lang as me arm. The groaning trencher there you fill, your hurdy is like a distant hill. Your pin would help to mend the mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill, like amber bead. His knife, see, rustic labor dight, and cut ye up with ready sleight, trenching your gushing entrails bright, like any ditch. And oh, what a glorious sight! Warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn, they stretch and strive. Deed'll take the hindmost, on they drive, till all their wheel-swallowed kites belve are bent like drums. And then old Goodman, maced like to rive, bethank it, hums. Is there that o'er his French regal, or olio that would staw a sow, or fricasse that would put down and spew we perfect sconner at sick a dinner? Poor devil, see him over his trash, as faithless as a withered rash. His spindle shank, a good whiplash, his knee the knit. All through bloody flood or field to dash. Oh, how unfit! But mark, the rustic haggis fed. The trembling earth resounds his tread. Clapped in his wally knee a blade, he'll mack it whistle. And legs and arms and heads he'll sned, like tops of thistle. Ye powers, while mack mankind your care, and dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland once nae skanking ware that jops in luggies. But, if ye wish her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis. Ladies and gentlemen, the haggis!
Toast to the lassies. Everybody listen carefully. While Europe's eye is fixed on mighty things, the fate of empires and the fall of kings, while quacks of state must each produce their plan, and even children lisp the rights of man. Amid this mighty fuss, just let me mention the rights of woman merit some attention. First, in the sexes' intermixed connection, one sacred right of woman is protection. The tender flower that lifts its head elate, helpless, must fall before the blasts of fate. Sunk on the earth, defaced its lovely form, unless man's shelter ward the impending storm. Their second right, but needless here is caution, to keep that right inviolate's the fashion. Each man of sense has it so full before him, he'd die before he'd wrong it. 'Tis decorum. There was, indeed, in far less polished days, a time when rough, rude man had naughty ways, would swagger, swear, get drunk, kick up a riot, nay, even thus invade a lady's quiet. Now, thank our stars, those Gothic times are fled. Now, well-bred men, and we are all well-bred, most justly think, and they are much the gainers. Such conduct neither spirit, wit, nor manners. For right the third, their last, their best, their dearest, that right to fluttering female hearts the nearest, which even the rights of kings in low prostration most humbly own. 'Tis dear, dear admiration. In that blessed sphere alone, they live and move. There taste that life of life, immortal love, smiles, glances, sighs, tears, fits, flirtations, airs. Against such a host, what flinty savage dares? When awful beauty joins with all her charms, who is so rash as rise in rebel arms? But truce with kings and truce with constitutions, with bloody armaments and revolutions. Let majesty your first attention summon. I give you the majesty of woman.
Our rights, and shouting them atop your manly heights. Yes, though you fuss o'er fates and falls and kings, the world that feeds you hangs by apron strings. So now the rights of men shall here be read, before you men are bundled off to bed. First, in the senses intermixed connection, one sacred right of man is intervention. The brainless power that lifts its head elate, humbled, must fall before it blasts its fate, lost in wild mirth, grotesque and gross in form, unless a woman tempereth the impinging storm. Your second right here needs us too is caution. To keep this right, inviolates the fashion. We lassies all, so well we hold it, we die before we lose it. 'Tis charity. There were indeed those far less polished days, those times when rough, rude man had naughty ways, would swagger, swear, get drunk, kick up a riot, and need a lass to keep him clean and quiet. Now, thank our stars, those infant times are fled. Now, well-bred men, what men that are well-bred, most justly think, and they, not we, are gainers, such conduct neither spirit, wit, nor manners. For right the third, their last, their best, their dearest, that right to what men call their hearts the nearest, which even the rights of queens through frost and fire most humbly own, and that is to admire. In that blessed sphere you men may live and move, and taste that life of life, a woman's love. Smirks and grunts and gaping, winking eye, a host of hues no less he can deny. When brute profanity becomes a charm, who is so cruel as raise a barring arm? But truce with kings and truce to conventions, with silly armaments and revolutions. If majesty your first attention summon, I give you, men, the majesty of men.
It's a little tight. Hopefully nobody will get hurt.
Or too bad.
Okay. I have to dedicate this. I don't know if Daniel Kerr is in the room, but is he? Okay. Daniel, I've been meaning to tell you this for about 10 years. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but I've done this with the freshmen from St. Gregory's for I don't know how many years. This is probably the 12th or the 13th year that I've done this, and I've always done it with this very book. It's an anthology of literature, and Dan, this is your book. Okay, I don't know if you know that, but I've had it all these years, and I've been meaning to give it back to you, I guess. But I've always used this book. It's your book, and it's got all my notes in it for Taming of Shanter, and so this is dedicated to you. And I don't know if I'm going to give you your book after this because it's got my notes, but this is your book, all right? And so I'll begin right here because the beginning of this play, this poem by Robert Burns, it references this book. And this is how it goes. Tam o' Shanter, a tale of brownies and bogalies. Full is this book. footman Billy's leave the street, and drouthy neighbors meet, as market days are wearing late, and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit bousing at the nappy, getting food and unco-happy. We think nay on the lang Scots smiles, the mosses, waters, slaps, and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth bond honest Tam o' Shanter, as he from ere a night did canter, old ire, wham ne'er a town surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses. O Tam, hadst thou but been say wise as ta'en thy ain wife Kate's advice, bring her in. She told thee weel that was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, a market day, thou was nae sober, that ilka melder wi the miller, thou sat as lang as thou had siller, that airy nag was caught a shoe on, the smith in thee get roaring full on, that at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank with Kirkton Jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found deep drowned in Doon, or catched wi' warlocks in the murk by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet to think how many counsels sweet, how many lengthened sage advices the husband frae the wife despises. But to our tale. A market night, Tam had got planted unco right, fast by an ingle blazing finely with reaming swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow Souter Johnny, his ancient trusty, drouthy crony. Tam load him like a bear brither. They had been full for weeks together. The night drive on with sangs and clatter, and aye, the ale was growing better. The storm without might rear and rustle. Tam did not mind the storm a whistle. Care, mad to see a man say happy, Ian drowned himself amang the nappy. As bees flee home, we laid the treasure, the minutes winged their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed. Everyone use your imagination. But Tam was glorious, o'er all the ills of life, victorious. Clink. But pleasures are like poppy spread. You seize the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snow falls in the river a moment white, then melts forever, or like the borealis race that flit ere you can point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, if vanishing amid the storm. Nay man can tether time nor tide, the hour approaches, Tam maun ride. That hour a night. Black arch the key stain, that dreary hour, he mounts his beast in. He tacks
the broad inn. The wind blew as quad blawn its last. The rattling showers rose on the blast. The speedy gleams, the darkness swallowed loud, deep and lang. The thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand. The deil had business on his hand. Wheel mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, Tam skelped on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his good blue bonnet, whilst crooning o'er some old Scots sonnet, whilst glowering around with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway was drawing nigh, where ghaists and howlets nightly cry, when glimmering through the groaning trees. Kirk Alloway seemed in a blaze, through ilka bar the beams are glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. All right, okay. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what evils thou canst make us scorn. With Tiffany we fear nae evil, with Scots Wha Hae we'll face the devil. The swats say reamed in Tammy's noddle, fair play, he cared nae deals a bottle. But Maggie stood right there astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and vow Tam saw. He screwed the pipes and girt them skirl, till roof and rafters a dead dirl. Now Tam, oh Tam, had they been queens, a plump and strappin' in their teens, their sarks instead of creasy flannin been snow white 1700 linen. These breeks o' mine, my only pair, that ance were plush, a good blue hair, I wanna gain 'em off my herdies for a blink o' the bonny birdies, but withered beldams, old and droll, ringwoody hags, what speen of foul, loping and flinging on a crummock, I wonder didn't turn thy stomach. But here my muse her wing man cower. Sick flights are far beyond her power to sing how Satan lap and flang a supple jade he was and strang, and how Tam stood like ane bewitched and thought his very e'en enriched. Even Satan glowered and fidged fu fain and hotched and blew with might and main, till first a caper, sign another, Tam tint his reason altogether and cries out,
"Well done, Cutty Sark!"
And in an instant all was dark. But scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied. As bees bizz out with angry fight when plundering herds assail their bite. As open pussy's mortal foes when pop, she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd when catch the thief resounds aloud. So Maggie runs, the witches follow with many an eldritch screech and hollow. Oh Tam, they'll have thy faring in hell. They'll roast thee like a herring. In vain thy cake awaits thy coming. Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the key stain of the brig. There at them thou thy tail may toss, a running stream thou dare nae cross. But ere the key stain she could make, the find a tail she had to shake. For Satan, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little Maggie's metal, a spring brought off her master hail, but left behind her ain grey tail. The carlin clout her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now, what this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son, take heed. When ere to drink ye are inclined, or cutty sarks run in your mind, think ye may buy the joys or dear. Remember Tam o' Shanter's mare.
As often led, welcome to your glory bed, or to victory. Now's the day and now's the hour, see the front of battle hour, see approach proud Edward's power, chains and slavery. What would be a traitor knave? What would fill a coward's grave? Was a base as be a slave? Let him turn and flee. War for Scotland's king and law, freedom's sword will strongly draw. Freemen stand and freemen fall, let him on with me. By oppression's woes and pains, by our sons in servile chains, we will drain our dearest veins, but they shall be free. Lay the proud usurper low, tyrants fall in every foe, liberties in every blow, let us do our deeds. Scots Wha Hae we Wallace bled, Scots one Bruce has often led. Welcome to your glory bed, or to victory.